All
Okay,
right,
meeting's
Rob,
in
I make a
order.
motion to approve the board minutes from last meeting.
Okay, who seconds it?
I
Aye.
second it.
All right. Okay, so that's out of the way. Thank you, and thank you to
And
Lisa
then we
who
vote.
did the minutes. Okay. Well, we're gonna move. Before we move into actually money, let's acknowledge something here. We lost a couple of important volunteers. Obviously, Ted Greenberg, but also we lost Ann Dini. And Ann did so much in the folk community. We want to thank all of those who gave money in her honor, and thank you for that. They will both be missed very much. Um, so on that sad note, let's jump into something a little bit happier, which is our financial situation still seems to be doing okay. Eric, hopefully, Treasurer's report.
All right, thank you, Rob. Good evening, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Okay, I don't have a full treasurer's report tonight. I don't have an income statement, but here's the balance sheet showing what our assets and liabilities are as of today. As you can see, we have just about $350,000 in cash, most of that in a high interest money market in Capital One and some of it in our checking account. We still are due just under $13,000 from Up Events for the final payout. For those who are kind of shrugging their shoulders about that, you should be. It was due to us over a few months ago, tied up with technicalities on the Up Event side. I think everyone will be happy to know that we are moving on from Up Events. And they will not be our ticket platform going forward, but they do owe us that money. We have some vendor fee still receivable from last Folk Fest as well. Trying to hunt down that money. Some of it might get written off as bad debt, but it's technically due to us. And the same thing for advertising sales for our program book, still 3,200. Hopefully we collect this money. Some of it might get written off, but it's still a receivable. So total assets are 369,000. All our payables are current. We only have our sales tax payable. We're semi-annual filers. So after 12/31, we will file our return and make that payment. It's due the end of January, and that'll get taken care of. And the ending result is our equity, our net assets of 365,000. So everything's looking good. We're going to start spending for the new festival, start spending for the Gene Shea event. These months right now are kind of like doldrum months, not a lot of movement on money, but it'll start moving forward as we move into our Fest 2026. So that's everything on the treasurer's report. So back to you, Rob.
Well, thank you, Eric. I do know that most of those ads will still come in. I know one of it is a very big payment that has been promised, so we're waiting on that one. Um, and thank you for all the hard work you do on that. Um, so before we get into the excitement of the festival and the Gene Shea event and a few other new things, I thought I would now do what Eric Ring wanted to do tonight. He even had a video, but it just didn't work. And that was the whole section having to do with our upcoming board elections. We are going to have a slate that we're aware of at this moment. It's a very exciting slate of people. First of all, we have Cheryl Tockett, who is rerunning. We're so glad that she is rerunning. Cheryl is the person who does all of the Robley emails. She's a critical member of our team. We're very excited to have Jess Hull-Myers coming back. She did a great job. Now, of course, when I say coming back to run, it's up to the members to vote for these folks. And Nancy Schultz, who's a longtime fester and a marketing guru, and the one and only Barry Rabin, who has been a friend of the festival for many years, an attorney, all around good guy and funny musician. So all of these are great people. You'll have some great people to choose from. We're so excited that we will be getting folks to kind of support this organization. And everyone else here, I think, is returning. That's here tonight, including our president. So with that said, I think we can turn it over to Michael to give us a fest update.
Thank you, Rob. Good evening, everybody. The biggest news that I was hoping to share with you, Eric Robbins has already leaked, and that is we've decided to utilize a new ticket platform for the 2026 festival. You all spoke, and we heard you. As some of you are aware, probably many, the last 2 years saw innumerable difficulties from signing in and creating accounts, actual purchases, system outages, and just an overall unsatisfactory customer service for both our team and the end users. We explored options and decided to go with Eventbrite for this August. Hopeful that this will allow for both a seamless transition and a better product for our customers. I would like to thank Eric Robbins for leading this effort and for all the time he put in to help make it happen, and he's continuing to do that. I'm very grateful. Also appreciative of Dan Gopstein and Sarah Landau, our volunteer chairs, for their assistance and making sure Eventbrite would work well for their needs, and Ann Mason from the management team for helping with the transition. Related to tickets, I've had numerous conversations with Kevin O'Donnell, the chair of the Upper Salford Township Board of Supervisors, regarding the Upper Salford Community Protection and Conservation Fee. As most of you know, this is a fee that's tacked on to our ticket prices, and it covers not only the township's green space initiatives, but also helps out with the emergency services needed at the festival and the township's efforts in partnering with us for the event. Kevin and I have negotiated a solid handshake deal that I'm quite pleased with. I expect that will be formalized and adopted at the next Board of Supervisors meeting next Tuesday night. I am incredibly happy to share with you all that once again the festival will be the recipient of a generous grant from the Martin Guitar Charitable Foundation. This money will be utilized, as it has for the last two festivals, to assist with the educational and instructional presentations in the Culture Tent. I've arranged for Maggie Poulos of Mixtape Media to return to handle public relations for the festival. Knows the music, and this will be her third year with us, so she knows the event pretty well also. I think her expertise and her ability to leverage contacts in the industry will definitely help spread the word once we're ready to announce performers in the spring. And she's already sent a few really good acts my way also. I did want to make a quick note on infrastructure. I've been communicating with Toby Stoutenberg and Cami Taylor of Piffle regarding some needed lighting and electric repairs that they would like to address in the off season. Got to make my first visit to the site so Toby could point out the issues and what he wants to do. He and Cami are currently working on a few options with different price tags for the work, which they're hoping to get done in the spring or early summer. Fun stuff. I've begun booking for the 2026 Philadelphia Folk Festival. I'm not going to tell you just what I have up my sleeve, but I will tell you that I'm delighted to share that John Flynn will be returning as our MC for the evening concerts on the Martin stage. He'll also be around as needed to perform as well on the side stages. I've got probably about 6 single-spaced pages of unsolicited requests already, so the word is out and people really want to come play for you all in August. I've had several meetings now and some listening sessions with team members and other partners for various genres that we'll be looking to do this year and have a strong outline of what I'm shooting for. Booking and programming, it's a slow dance, but my goal is to have all headliners, the main stage acts, confirmed by late February, as I did last year. Many of the side stage acts I expect would be booked by then also. And from there, we'll see what we have and what we need and continue to build out the program for the weekend. Um, on that note, and lastly, I think, in relation to my role as the artistic director of the festival and to establish a PFS and PFS presence at an important industry event, I have just registered to attend the Folk Alliance International Conference in New Orleans at the end of January, and will also be participating in online venue agent meetings for the organization in advance of the conference. It's going to allow me to scout emerging talent, maintain and build relationships with industry contacts, and help show the world that Philly is back and alive and well. And I think that is about it for my report. I hope that everybody has a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you very much.
Great, that's great news, Michael. Thank you. Thank you for all you're doing. And it sounds like it's coming along great. Um, I realized that Eric Ring wanted me to also say that the elections will be held for 5 days in mid-January, and all of the bios and photos will be in your hands to look at sometime before then. And then the actual swearing in, or however we do it for the new board, will happen at the January meeting. So basically, we've discussed the festival. We have a couple more items now, and one of them, of course, is the Gene Shea event. The Gene Shea event is going to be, again, the second Tuesday of March, and it will be at the Colonial again. I want to thank all of the volunteers that have already met. We do have our nomination forms out. We are encouraging everyone who's a member to think of somebody you think might be worthy of either the Gene Shea Award, which is for their volunteer work, long-time work at the festival or with PFS or and the Founders Award, which is a little broader for someone who has made a difference in our folk community and that helped carry forth our mission. We'll be announcing soon more information on the Gene Shea event, but we want you to know that we are going to do a few things to make it more appealing for you to buy tickets and attend. And one of them will be, there will be an early bird opportunity for members for a very short period of time in the end of January. So we'll tell you more about that soon. And I am going to actually segue into the membership report for a moment. Our membership chair, Erin, is not here. Now, how does that relate to the Gene Shea event? Well, we are going to definitely, as I mentioned, have an early bird opportunity for existing members. And also, we're going to create a membership drive at the end of January, just for a short time, that will make an opportunity happen for new members as well to be able to get to the Gene Shea event this year. So without further ado, I want to give you the number. The big number of the day is 865. That's how many members we have at the moment. And I'm hoping that by the end of our membership drive, I was telling Eric Robbins today that we had over 548 members with true believers. He pointed out some of them were double members that we're giving again, but I'm hoping that maybe we can break the 1,000 mark again. If we have a membership drive, we'll be at 865. We'll see if that's possible, but that would be nice. So that is something we're looking at. And we're also, again, we're trying to make it clear that we have a lot of benefits. We have, of course, the MAC concerts and other kinds of concerts throughout the year, house concert. So a lot of things are happening. So that's really our membership presentation for today. And if you have other questions about membership benefits and other things, feel free to ask, but not this moment. Now we're going to move into other aspects of fundraising besides the Gene Shea event. We, of course, as Michael mentioned, the grant that I wrote was successful. It was built on the shoulders of his dad and others that originally wrote the grants. So we appreciate that. And a new grant, I want to thank Rob Amsterdam for pointing this grant out. We are still in the running for the DCED grant. I've been in touch with them. They have not yet made a decision, but they are going to make a decision by the end of the year. To recall, we were asking for $90,000. My research shows that the budget was not slashed, so that makes me optimistic that we may get some of that money. And obviously, if we get that money, if you recall, we promised that we will be taking a number of actions to increase our attendance, a combination of marketing and booking as well that would increase attendance. So that's what that grant is for. And with that said, I think I'm done the fundraise. Oh, another big fundraising thing. We are going to have a workshop for grants and grant writing. They'll be put together in February, and you'll be hearing more information on that. It'll be coming out to our members in an email. We want to get more people involved in that. It's a great skill to pick up, even if you don't help PFS. So I hope that you attend that. And I think that's it for fundraising and development at this point. We've done our membership. Now we have something new and exciting before we get into our MAC report. We have an old new thing. We are going back and we're going to hopefully have a spring thing. We are still waiting on one item, but we're going to now introduce one of our co-chairs. I want to thank Six and Annie and Claire, who will be doing a quick presentation. So Claire, are you ready?
I am. Let me see if I can bring this up. I need to have.
Hold on, give me a moment.
Okay, Deb. I'm putting myself into format here.
Okay, you should be good to go.
Okay. All right. Am I up?
I'm not seeing you.
You're not seeing it. I need to have.
She should have what she needs.
Yeah, let me. Do I have sharing rights? Share.
Yes, you do.
There we go.
You should have everything.
I have sharing rights and I've got all kinds of stuff open here. Let's see. From the beginning.
There you go.
There we go. You can see me now. Cool. Okay. Usually I host these things. I don't actually do them. Okay. So we had a lot of we had a lot of conversation about spring thing. We all wanted to have it come back, we thought. So our first question was, do people really want to do it? So we sent out a massive survey. First of all, the team, as Rob had said, was Six and myself, and Anna's going to be our administrative assistant and keeps us on track and all that good stuff. So we sent out a survey to our big list of 18,000 people. Are you interested in attending? Kept it short and simple to try and encourage people to actually fill it out and send it back. We got 131 yes, 156 maybe. This does not include all the people in the household. We're assuming that it was one survey that came back for each household, so it doesn't really say whether it's couples or families. We'll get into that. We kept this sort of minimal. We need to find out if we have enough information and interest from the board and approval to proceed with further planning. We did find a camp that has availability in Memorial Day weekend in 2026. We went to the College Settlement Camp in Horsham, which is a 100-year-old nonprofit camp. We do believe it's a suitable camp. It's not a big place, but it's got accessible cabins. The ground is not, it's somewhat level so that people aren't going up the hill and down the hill all the time. They've got covered pavilions, nature trails, playground, very family-friendly activity because it's a summer camp that's has a lot of daytime activities. It's great for families, which will be a good way to help us build attendance. They've got fire rings available. The cabins hold approximately 150 people. They're clustered into 3 groups. There's one group that is fully ADA accessible with ramps. The other 2 clusters each have 1 cabin in the cluster that's ADA accessible. It's a lot of bunk beds. which if we are drawing families, we can say, children, you're going to the upper bunk, which they will love, and me with my old knees, I'm not even going to consider. But there is additional space in the cabins so that if someone wanted to bring a camp cot instead of climbing up on an upper bunk, they could. Um, there's some private areas in some of the camps. There's like each cabin has a wing with a semi-private area for where the counselors would be, and there's showers and hygiene activities. Um, they're also open to having people bring tents or RVs, which could be a really good way of handling if we have more than 150 people coming. That's a good way to handle that. Another nice feature is that there's a hotel nearby. So if there are people who are, you know, I want to come and participate, but I don't really want to hang out with my nearest and dearest at night, um, that's nearby. Another feature of the location is it's in Horsham, and for people who aren't familiar with that, it's about 10 minutes from Willow Grove, where the Willow Grove Mall is, the Willow Grove exit of the Turnpike. There's also a SEPTA train station a few minutes away, so that if people aren't drivers, they could still come and we can, figure out a shuttle to get them over there. Has a big dining area. Um, it we can't use the kitchen, so we'd have to bring in all our food. And the plus side of that is it allows us to have control over what we're feeding people. So we know that our vegetarian friends are going to be well fed and not just like, here's some iceberg lettuce. Um, so
Let me jump in real quick. Going back to the location, we'd be amenable to a day trip ticket.
right, we're fairly close to it's in eastern Montgomery County. So it's if people are in that area or Bucks County, they may, if they want to come to it might make sense for people to come for just the day. There's a lot of options going on here that we haven't gotten into because we want to make sure that we have approval for everybody to keep going with this. Um, so for the food, we have a number of options that we looked at, but not in great detail yet. We have, I will say that one possibility is that there's a food market nearby that does a lot of camp catering with the camp, who would be able to say, okay, we need to feed X number of people dinner, lunch, breakfast, and they could show up with the food. They do have drinking water. They have the big water dispenser jugs. Um,
And those are located throughout the camp, not in just one location.
right. So the camp seems to be very open to working with us whatever we need. It's a very laid back place compared to some other facilities that we've gone to. It's kind of like, you guys do what you need to do. We're good. Um, we got a great response from people who are interested in helping with planning and preparation. We've got at least 50 people offered to help with the planning and prep. If we get the okay to move forward on this, we'll be able to start looking at how many people we're going to need and what exactly we need to have happen. We've got lots of people volunteering to do things during the event. I know we've always had volunteering for a shift as part of our spring thing, fall fling, in order to keep costs down. There's going to be a lot of opportunities here. It's going to be fairly DIY, but that's part of the fun of it. Hey, kids, let's put on a show. Um,
Let
we
me
have,
jump in real quick. When we first started talking about this, we had 10 people that wanted to go to the camp with us. And we felt that that was too many people, so just Ann, Claire, and I went. And we scoped out the situation, asked lots of questions. So thank you, everyone, for your support. We haven't ignored your requests to help. We just wanted to keep the numbers down and not inundate the people when we were on our little trip.
the director there was very nice. I think she spent almost 2 hours with us.
And Annie wants to say something.
And in the detailed data, we have the details of who wants to do what on a spreadsheet.
So first we have to get, as I said, first we have to get everybody on board and approval that we're going to actually continue looking into this. This is the only camp I found that's available closer than like the center of the state that's open. So if we're going to have a spring thing, we need to really be moving forward on it because, you know,
Right. I have a question for you. Do you need to have a deposit to hold it?
um,
Will they
she
call
did.
you if somebody else wants the date? Can you make sure that we don't lose the date? Because
I've
we're
been
not
in
gonna have a
touch.
decision tonight.
We don't have to have a decision tonight. We should have it soon. When I asked about a deposit, uh, she said several weeks before the actual date, but I would want to certainly want to be able to confirm with her that we're doing it so that we're on her calendar.
Right.
We're definitely on her calendar. And because our costs are based on a per person count, we won't have that until much later. But we
Yeah,
want to be able to at least have some kind of confirmation saying, yes, we're doing it.
yeah. I think the fact that you have a minimum of, it looks like 150 attendees, that's a good piece of information for the board to make the decision. The critical piece still is to get the cost of insurance, and that's something that we hope to have soon. And then once that we have that, you'll be pretty much ready to we'll present it and make a decision on the board. I think that's the two things that we're concerned about right now is the cost of insurance and just making sure, obviously, that there was enough attendees where it looks like that piece is going to be okay.
I think there's definitely enough, and we've got it scaled so that we started out looking at pricing for 75 people, 100 people, and
Mhm.
150 people. We'll certainly get that number, and if we suddenly get lots of people who inundate us, well, this gives people a good reason to get their money in early for early
Right.
bird pricing, and we do have the overflow possibility of saying if you really want to come, bring your tent. Um,
Yeah. And the
so
fact it's so close, you're going to get more day trippers probably, and you'll figure out. I can, obviously, if you've built the budgets, you can create it, but otherwise, I can certainly be of assistance as far as pricing. But I'm so glad that you guys are taking the lead on that, and that it sounds like it's moving forward. Anything else on the presentation right now?
um,
Pretty much this meeting or this presentation is just to let you know we think we should do it.
Right.
The details follow once we get the okay to move forward.
right.
Fantastic. So we'll try to get back to you on the cost of insurance as soon as possible.
Okay.
And again, the numbers are looking good, and the location seems to be a good one. So very promising.
Okay. That's great. I would like to be able to give Aliana a definite yes soon. When would the board want to have a tighter budget?
I would say that you can build the budget without if you want to build it without the insurance, we certainly would love to have it within the week. And I hopefully will have that insurance information in a similar time frame. And feel free to text me or call me or whatever you need to if you're not hearing anything back, as I'm your liaison to the board here on this project.
Okay. I think that's basically it. Yep. So we want to say we should probably have a day ticket as well as a weekend ticket, and we'll have to work out with College Settlement what they're going to want as far as if you've got people coming in and using our facilities, but they're not staying, and but they seem like they're very open and flexible.
Great.
So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone that's been working on that. So we have a couple more items. Wasn't on the agenda actually, but I want to give an opportunity for a moment if Joe Henderson would like to give a short update on strategic planning.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, we've been working hard putting together a team of people to help refresh, update, restart our strategic plan. I think the last one was written in 2016, 2017, and updated in maybe 2018, 2019. So it's time. We put a quick survey out to the strategic planning participants, about 20 people, and we will be meeting in person for a half day session Saturday the 20th, and hopefully we'll have a rough draft or final version of the strategic plan towards the end of February into March. I think Rob said that there are certain sponsors that are looking to see what kind of strategic plan the Folk Song Society has in order to make their sponsorship effective. Is that true, Rob?
It's funny, I didn't say that, but I will tell you from my knowledge that when it comes to grants, that could play an important piece in our future for grant writing. So I didn't, I wasn't the one that said it, but I am aware that that could be a factor for grants, less so for sponsorships.
Right. So this
The big thing
strategic
for
plan,
sponsorships is going to be attendance during the day. That's the key.
yeah, so the strategic plan is going to focus on the Folk Song Society with some nods to the folk festival, but we're really focusing on the bigger, broader picture, and obviously bringing in younger members, having hopefully having a paid front office sometime in the future. These are long-term goals. These are not going to happen in 2026, but these are some of the things that we're thinking about. And frankly, I'm running it with Barry Sagotsky and Robin Pally, two great people, and it's tabula rasa, so everything is open for discussion, and there are no sacred cows.
Great, Joe. Thank you so much for taking that on. And as we board does a lot of the day-to-day operating stuff, it's also good to be looking strategically forward. Um, okay, we're gonna have questions at the end, so we're not taking them at the moment, but we will have them at the end. So if you have questions about any of these reports, that's fine. We have three more reports now, and I'll tell you what the three are. We have community outreach, we have MAC, and we have archives. And I think I want to do it in that order. I think we're going to now have, if Julie Linehauser is here,
Hey,
she
Rob.
can. Hey, great. Okay.
He's here. Hey, everyone. All right, just want to start out by saying we attended NERFA back at the beginning of November. I think it was a really effective time. My partner Joe came with me as well as a volunteer for the event. So we were really able to talk up Folk Song Society, talk to a lot of great performers and people that want to be more involved. So yeah, I think that was a really effective event. A lot of great stuff coming up in late December and early January. I know the 20th of December is also our MAC, excuse me, holiday party, but we do some giveaways and partner shows that night as well. So if you're further up in the Sellersville area, the Tisburys and Stella Ruse, we have 2 pairs of tickets to give away to that show. American Celtic Christmas at the Keswick, we have a pair to give away to that show on the 20th as well. I'll put all these contests in the chat in a minute. January 18th, we also have a night of acoustic guitar music with Raleigh Brown, our very own MAC member Bunny Barnes, and Kurt Lippy. And then the 29th of January, we also have 2 pairs of tickets to give away to Della May up at the Sellersville Theater. And we do have a lot of other shows that we're partnering with as well. Excuse me, Rising Sun Presents has been offering us, our 20% discount for members. We have Hoots and Helmuth coming up on the 12th of December, and Low Cut Connie coming up on the 30th of December as well. January, they were having a Hank Williams tribute, and then Damn Tall Buildings, January 18th at 118 North. So yeah, a lot of really great shows coming up. Keep an eye out on the tune-up, and I will throw those contests in the chat. Thanks.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you for all the work you're doing there and with our partners and getting all that information out on a regular basis. Very much appreciated. Now we have Musical Artists Cooperative, MAC, our key person there, Mara Levine.
All right. Do I have share capability? I'm going to share the upcoming shows. Yes, I do. That's awesome. Okay, hang on. Share my sound and share. Everybody can see, hopefully, what we have coming up. All right. So Thursday, the 11th, we have a little bit of a change for tomorrow night's show. Phyllis Chappelle was under the weather. So Stacey Weathers is going to be joining Michael London at the Warehouse 3. And that's a ticketed price, cash at the door, 20 general, 15 Mac, 15 members, 10 Mac. Then we have our virtual open mic, which is always the third Wednesday, and December date is the 17th, and January date is the 21st. I will be putting these things in the chat. People want to sign up. If the form doesn't work for you, you can email me at marablevine@gmail.com. The 20th is, of course, our free holiday party. We do have a sign-up link, which will go in the chat for the potluck. And this is at the Mount Airy Art Garage. This is, of course, a free event. And we have a number of MAC performers: Bunny Barnes, Christine Winchester, David Kleiner, Jeanette and Steve, Kathy Quinn with Steve Lessick and Lincoln, Rusty and Jan, Terry Camilleri, and the Wildy Flowers, which is Rachel Eve's new duo. Then on the 15th, we have a couple of shows. We had to reschedule the Falzer from December 4th to January 15th due to illness. That was the date they gave us. So that is Railroad Wings, and that is Julianne Ott with Rob Lincoln. They'll be joined by Benjamin Chandler. And then we have Cubism, and that is a ticketed event, 20 for non-members, 15 for PFS members, and 10 for MAC members. I'm looking for a new ticketing link. I've written them for a new ticket link on that one, and that's at the Falzer Club. We also have our monthly Naked Brewing Company show in Bristol, and that is John Byrne, fabulous performer of Celtic and Americana music, singer-songwriter. There's no cover there, so there's another option for those of you that are out that way in Bristol, Bucks County. Then on the 20th, we have of January, we have our free monthly member concert and open mic at the Keswick Theater Annex. That'll be Rusty and Jan and Valentina Sounds, and of course the in-person open mic. And get there about 6:30 to sign up for the in-person open mic. So that's what we have coming up, and booking is working on February and March. We'll have some new members come on board January 1, and then booking will proceed for April, May, and June for this year. I'll stop the share. I'll put those when I have an opportunity in the chat for you. Any questions? I don't know if you want questions now or at the end, Rob.
I think it'll be a little cleaner to do it at the end. We're almost there, though.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Mark, for all the hard work you do there and keeping everything together. And there are some really great shows. We hope that you check one of them out. It would be great if every member gets to one at least quarterly. You know, some of them are free for members and all sorts of interesting acts. Now, last but not least, we have I believe, an exciting update from Trish. I don't know the details of it, so we'll find out whether it's exciting or not. But here we go, Trish. Archives.
Hello,
update.
everybody. So I guess the reason that I'm doing an archive report every time we have a meeting is because back in August we got a hold of the Vimeo platform. Thank you, Eric Robbins, and we've been able to use the Vimeo platform in a kind of a permanent way where we can load up as much of the archives as we have, human time and ability to load up onto the Vimeo platform. So since I guess I started in 2020, putting as many things into digital format as I possibly could. And the Vimeo platform is loaded with almost every year that we've had a folk festival going all the way back to 1962. So there's some kind of archive out there in library form that you could find by searching either the date or the performer's name. And you could, if you were in there looking in a library type sense, you would be able to find the performances. And with the click, you can watch that performance. So that's an actual thing, but it's not good for anybody if you can't get there and you can't see it. And my great hope is that we're going to be able to try and make this into some kind of a member perk that we would have something that would be called the listening room, and that you would be able to click like it's a portal, and then I would make archives available in the portal for you to come in and listen to. And it could be that it would be based on some kind of a membership level, that depending on if it was a pay for a play, that it would, you could listen to everything, or if you just had the basic membership, you would get whatever it is that comes into the listening room on a monthly basis. But to kind of whet your appetite a little bit for what's out there and maybe start encouraging more people to become members, I put 3 years worth of the archives log sheets, the little log, the logs were made on little 3x5 cards back in the early 1970s. And I thought that it was just kind of kitschy and just pretty well perfect. So I used those as the video portion. That's the visual that's on all of the music links, all of the audio that's up there has something that you can look at because that's the way Vimeo does it. So it's all, those are all videos. So anyhow, I put the archives log cards. Now, the archives have been collected and recorded since the very first folk festival. So in 1962, there were 2 albums that were recorded, and those can still be found. I don't know about the actual recordings from that year other than that. And we still have 200 and something boxes of archives that are in Iron Mountain that we're still paying for storage for. And I can tell you that having gotten 17 boxes out back in April, I'm still working my way through just a small fraction of what's in there. And it's been wonderful. It's been really exciting. I found, for instance, there's a 1965 Doc Watson and Don Reno Red Smiley concert that they did for the Folk Song Society. It's the first time Doc Watson and Don Reno ever played together. And then it also happens to be the last time that Red Smiley and Don Reno played together. So it's a really historic concert. And you listen to Doc and Don Reno get going, and they just burn down the house when they start playing together for the very first time. So those are the kind of things that are out there, just historic and wonderful, and I want to make them accessible if possible. But that's going to take some planning on the part of the board, and it's going to take membership chairman information so we know who's a member and who can come in. And it's also going to take getting our member area on the website up and running. So I just want to let you know there's lots and lots and lots of stuff that's going into the archives. And once we can get it so it's available, I think you're all going to just love poking around and seeing what's out there. And become a member. That's all. That's your incentive is to become a member. So that's it for me.
And that's
Do
a
we
great
have
way to end. That's
recordings from the
exciting. Joe,
Mavericks?
Joe, go on. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What?
We do. We have every recording of the Mavericks. They were there in
Uh,
2006. Raoul was there in 2013, and then they were there again in 2019. And we have the complete performance of all three of their sets.
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. So Joe reminds us, we just lost Raul, the lead singer of the Mavericks, which is a terrible loss. And in addition, Todd Snyder, who was a well-known country folk guy, also had a terrible way and was apparently beat up or something. It's not clear, but he passed away. So don't
And
want to end
also
on a sad
Archie,
note.
yeah,
But
Archie Fisher, who had
yes,
been with us since, the early 1970s. Archie also passed away in the last couple of months. So yeah,
yeah,
it's been a lot. It's been a lot. But yeah, in the archives we have just about everything going back to the middle of the 1980s, and then we're still loading stuff up. I mean, I've put in 1964, 1968, 69, 71 folk festivals are all brand new since the last meeting, which was on October 22nd. And then I backfilled all of 2022 that hadn't been available since October 22nd. So we're making great progress, and I'm really encouraged.
It's great.
Rob, check your chat, Rob.
Okay. Checking my chat here. My chat just has a bunch of announcements. Is there something new in there? Or you're just
There
saying
should
in
be
general
one
we'll
from
take
me.
a look? What's
There's
that?
a direct one from me.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. It's not coming. You better text me. It's not coming out. Why don't you text me if it's important?
I believe Eric Robbins mentioned that you never called for a vote for the minute approval.
Oh, I thought I did. Okay.
Yeah, it was motioned, it was seconded. I don't think you called for a vote.
Okay, I guess we have to start again. So welcome. No. Okay. We need a vote now for minute approval. Does everybody for? Okay. Everybody against? Okay, great.
I hate
So
leaving
got
things
that.
hanging.
Robert's Rule of Orders. Okay. I appreciate that. So I guess we could, before we make a motion to adjourn, we have anybody want to ask any questions tonight about anything you heard or anything else? Now's your time. Okay, Dave Axler. Dave, you're muted. There you go.
Yeah, couple things here. First, what is the schedule for next year's board meetings? There was no information on it on the website and none in the email that was sent out earlier this week.
Right.
Okay.
So David, the meetings are always the same week, I think the third week, the Wednesday, except we don't have one in November. It'll be
Fourth
one
week.
in early December, 4th. Thank you, Rob. And possibly in October, it'll be changed for the Jewish holiday. So we will get that up on our website before the January meeting. We'll have all the new dates for you.
Great. Second, I'd like to propose a new ticket category for the festival. A Friends of Fest variation for those who don't camp, because many of the Friends of Fest features are useless for those people.
Okay. That's something that would be a discussion with our
Well,
director as well as our treasurer.
we have a
Yeah.
Friends of Festival non-camping ticket already.
Which includes
Yeah.
things like a tram from the campground to main gate. Useless. You have a private camping area for Friends of Fest. Again, useless if a person commutes either from a motel or from home.
So
Look at your perks. You will see that a number of them are not relevant to non-campers.
David, if I can chime in here, you're not
Sure.
since we already have it, you mean change the perks of the existing ticket we have?
No, I'm suggesting a second variant for the non-campers at a lower price since they don't get the camping features.
So we have a Friend of Fest non-camping ticket at a lower price already that has perks that normal all fest ticket buyers do not get. So we already have that ticket at a lower price than a Friend of Fest camping ticket, and we've always had that.
Then I'll look again and apologize if I'm wrong.
Okay, Dave, do you have anything else right now? Okay, glad we were able to kind of answer your questions there. Anybody else have any questions? Can't believe we're getting out this easily here. No questions? Okay. Well, okay, I have an assignment for all the members. Okay? For next month. I'd like everybody to ask two people that don't know anything about the festival, that just ask them if they've ever heard about it and what they can tell you about it. And let's come back and compare notes. I think that would be a very interesting activity. So that's it. With that said, I believe I have to call to adjourn the meeting. And again, I want to thank everyone. especially Michael, who is working his way, making us a great festival, but also all of the volunteers from the board on down for all the time that they put in. And with that said, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
All right, great. Okay, let's take a vote. It's time we voted. Okay, great. Well, we'll be seeing you again in January. We'll be meeting our new board members by then and having our president back to lead the meeting. Thank you so much, and have a great night.